This is an unusual question. They test commas a lot, and there are lots of comma rules that they could test, but these ones don't really come up that often in my experience, but I'll just go through them. I guess they're things you just need to memorize. The one that everyone, I think, knows better is what do you have to do before a quote, right? So we tend to put a comma before a quote. So that means that D and A, right, no comma, those are wrong. I can give you an example where we don't. You probably know it, but just like don't think about it. So like something like, my friend loves ice cream. Right, where we put something in what are sometimes called scare quotes, right? Or sometimes we use those quotes to like define a term of some kind. In this case, it's not like an actual quote of the person, right? It's not saying like my friend said this. It's just kind of like part of the sentence, and so we wouldn't put a comma here. That it just kind of flows without it. I don't know, maybe the SAT will throw you something like that at some point, but when it's an actual quote like this, there is absolutely nothing in the city which is beyond the reach of the insatiable gang. It's a quote from the New York Times. That is a good example of when we would use a comma to kind of lead into it. The other rule, which I do think comes up, fairly frequently on the SAT, is that the word that basically never gets a comma. There will occasionally be some sort of exception based on other things that are going on in the sentence, but this is not one of those cases. This just kind of, again, flows. There's no reason, there's no shift in the structure of the sentence here. Tammany Hall was so powerful and corrupt that the New York Times commented blah, blah, blah. No pause, no reason for a comma there. The word which does get a comma. That, which is similar, does not. Why? I don't know. But that's your answer. Hopefully, if you did get it wrong, this little review of those two kind of weird rules will stick with you so that if you see them on your actual SAT, you'll get this question right.